Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to start a new series that is a introduction to Node.js or what is a Node.js. If you want to learn the Node.js, then you can follow this series. Then you have a clear idea about a Node.js. So if you have basic knowledge about a JavaScript, then you can learn the Node.js. So what is a Node.js? Before going to what is a Node.js, I want to uh, ask you some questions. Suppose I want to learn or if I want to run a Java program, then I need a Java software, yes or no? If I want to run a Python program, then I need a Python software, yes or no? What if I want to run a JavaScript, then which software I need? Then Node.js software will require. Node.js software will require, yes or no? So, what is a Node.js? What is Node.js? Node.js Node.js is runtime environment that that allows to run run JS outside the browser. Okay, outside the browser. Okay. Then what is a runtime environment? Suppose if I want to attend my college classes, then there should be a there should be a one class is there. In that class, the features like means dex is also available, blackboard available, digital board is there. For learning something, we need some environment. Yes or no? We are going to college for learning something. We are going to school to learn something. There is a specific classroom to learn. Like that, if we want to run some programming languages, then we need one software, yes or no? That provide the runtime environment. What libraries required for running that code? Who is providing that? That is providing the one software that is a Node.js. It is for the JavaScript. Okay. Before 2009, I want to tell some history about a Node.js. Node.js is developed by Ran ran the ran this scientist in 2009. In 2009. So before 2009, how we used to run a JavaScript? That is my question. So before 2009, we used to run a JavaScript in the browsers. So how we used to run our JavaScript in browser? That I want to show you. So see here, this is a Firefox browser. This is a Firefox browser. If I click here inspect tab, if I click here inspect tab, then go to the console window. If I write here 1 plus 2, then output is a 3. This is a JavaScript for console.log. I want to provide here some value like Ganesh. This is a Ganesh. Like this, we used to run a JavaScript before 2009. But what happened from 2009? This scientist or this software engineer, this is an American software engineer. Currently, he is the founder of Dino company. Okay, Dino company. Dino is also a one runtime environment. Dino is also one runtime environment. Dino is runtime environment, runtime environment. After Node.js, run, develop, develop the Dino runtime environment in 2018. In 2018. Remember this point? Okay. So, who is the responsible to run a JavaScript code in a browser before 2009? So, every browser has a certain engines. Like if we run a JavaScript in a Chrome, Google Chrome, there is a V8 engine, V8 engine. Okay. If you are going to the Fox, then there is a engine name is a Spider Monkey, Spider Monkey, Spider Monkey. If you run JavaScript in Internet Explorer, then there is a JScript engine. These engines are responsible to run a JavaScript program in a 2000 before a 2009. But from 2009, we can run a JavaScript outside the browser also. That is a possible because of a Node.js. Node.js provides the many built-in modules or a number of facilities for a developer, or we can develop a full stack web application with the help of a Node.js using a JavaScript or TypeScript also. There are two approaches. Java, Node.js, Node.js used to develop servers. Yes, there are two types of servers. First one is the HTTP server, HTTP server. Second one is the TCP server. Okay. If you want to develop this HTTP server and TCP server, we need to use the Node.js. We need to use the Node.js. There are two approaches. There are two approaches. There are two approaches. We can develop server. First one is the using JavaScript. That's why we should have the knowledge about a JavaScript. Second one is the TypeScript. Okay. So better to use the TypeScript. Industry prefer the TypeScript as compared to the JavaScript. So remember this point, and you have the knowledge about JavaScript, then it is easy to work with a TypeScript also. Okay. What is a Node.js? Node.js is a runtime environment that allows to run a JS outside the browser. Node.js is developed by the Dahl in 2019. Sorry, 2009. Currently, he is a founder of a Deno company. Deno is a runtime environment after a Node.js. Dahl developed the Reno runtime environment in 2018. Okay. Google Chrome uses the V8 engine. Firefox uses the Spider Monkey engine. Internet Explorer uses the JavaScript engine. So Node.js is used to develop the servers HTTP. There are two types of servers, HTTP server and TCP server. Next, there are two approaches we can develop the server. First one is the JavaScript, second one is the TypeScript. Okay, there are some core modules we are going to use in developing the applications using the Node.js. So first module, HTTP, HTTP, HTTP module used to develop HTTP servers, HTTP servers. Okay. Second one is the FS. It is used to, or it stands for file system, file system. If we want to interact with flat files, flat files like text file, JSON file, JSON file, or XML file, or number of files, number of files. Okay. Then we are going to use this model. Simply remember, Node.js is simply working with modules only. So these are some important modules I will listing here. Third one is the MongoDB, MongoDB module. MongoDB module is used to interact with MongoDB database, MongoDB database. Okay. There is another module, MySQL or MySQL. MySQL module is used to interact with interact with MySQL database. MySQL database. Okay. Fifth one is the MS SQL. It is used to interact with MySQL server. MySQL server. Okay. Sixth one is Multer module. Multer module. Multer module is used to interact with. Multer module is used to uploading and downloading the image from the server. That time we are using the Multer module. Multer module is used to download and upload images from server. Okay. Seventh one is the socket.io. Socket.io. If you want to develop some chatting application, if you want to develop some chatting application, then we are going to use use this module. Okay. That one is the body parser. Body parser. If backend wants to receive some data from front end, then we are going to use this module. Okay. There are a number of modules are available. There are a number of modules are available. So ninth one is, I will explain one by one. So course module. What is a course module? Course stand for cross origin, cross origin, resource sharing, resource sharing. This is the full form of a course. So what is the meaning of a course? I want to explain in detail also. So just hold on. Suppose this is my backend, this is my front end. Okay. So for front end technologies, this is a front end. Okay. Front end, front end. This is a front end. This is my backend. Node.js is a backend technology. Remember this point. So front end technologies like Angular, Angular, Angular. Angular is running 4200 port number. Suppose there is the React 3000 port number. Suppose there is the Node.js. Node.js is running on port number 8080. Okay. Then establishing the communication between the front end technologies and back end technologies. We are unable to establish this connection. Then we will get one error, that is a course error. Course error means cross origin resource sharing error. Because we have to enable the connection between the this port number and this port number. We have to enable the connection between the this port number to this port number, this port number to this port number. Okay, that is why course module is came into the picture. Okay, I hope you have a clear idea what is a course. Okay, to enable the communication with different port numbers, different ports, we are going to use this module. Okay. So these are some important modules available in the Node.js. So many modules are available, thousands of modules are available. So remember these basic modules like a MongoDB. MongoDB module is used to interact with the MongoDB database. MySQL module is used to interact with the MySQL database. MS SQL it is used to interact with the MS SQL or MySQL server. Okay. Multer module is used to download and upload the images from the server. Socket.io. If you want to develop a chatting application, then we are going to use the Socket.io module. Okay. Like that, number of modules are available in the Node.js. So if you want to install this module, then there are certain tools are available in the market. First one is the npm. Npm is a tool. npm is a tool to install the modules in Node.js. It is a default tool. Okay. Second one is the yarn tool. Yarn. Yarn is also tool to install the modules. If you want to use this module, if you want to use this module, if you want to use this module, then we have to install this module. Yes or no? So for installation purpose, there are certain tools are available in the market. First one is the npm, second one is the yarn. Then what is the difference between the npm and yarn? So npm is a synchronous tool. npm is a synchronous tool. It is a synchronous tool. Synchronous. What is meant by synchronous tool? Until first module, until first module is not installing, the second module will not install. In synchronous, one by one module will be installed. Or in AR, it is a asynchronous tool. It is a asynchronous tool. It is asynchronous tool. The bandwidth or network consumption or consumption, network consumption for AR tool is more. It's more. Okay. Require low bandwidth or we can say that network consumption slow as compared to AR. Yeah. There is a one tool is available. Next one is a npm. It is the latest tool and fast as compared to both, as compared to our tools. Okay. So this is all about the introduction to the Node.js. This is all about the Node.js. Okay. So what is the Node.js? Node.js is a runtime environment that allows to run a JavaScript outside the browser. So I want to show you Node.js original website. From that you can install the Node.js software. This is my VS Code window. I want to check in my system Node.js is available or not. There is a one command node -hyphen version. Then you will get the version 25 version. I am using the okay. If you want to install Node.js, then go to the Node.js official website. Node.js. Simply write here Node.js. And see here the slogan of a Node.js is a run JavaScript. The slogan of a Node.js is a run JavaScript everywhere. Node.js is a free open source JavaScript runtime developer command line and 25 and latest uh, LTS version is a 24 version. Okay, remember this one. If you want to install, then simply I will write here Node.js installation. This is a link HTTPS. Click on this link and go to the download section. Then you can find the download option and simply install next and install. So this is a introduction to the Node.js. Why we have to learn about a Node.js. This is the first lecture on a Node.js. I hope you have a clear idea about a Node.js. So thank you for watching everyone. Okay. Okay, bye bye everyone. We'll meet in next lecture.